Happy Sunday. David Reyes, your retirement architect. How to be with you this weekend? Labor Day weekend. Fun times. I'm just happy that my kids, I have 3 kids if you've listened to me long enough, and a 2.5-year-old, a 7-year-old daughter, 2.5-year-old boy, 7-year-old daughter, and a 12-year-old daughter. So, we're all excited, my wife and I, that school is back. So it's kind of tough to entertain 3 children over a long, long summer. So I hope you have a great Labor Day and have some fun things planned. But I hope you take enough little time out for me and for you to kind of give you an idea what's going on right now. I think it's a good time to address the state of the market. I'm going to talk to you about a workshop we're giving. It's going to be the last one, this luncheon we're doing for the year. So we're going to have other events, but this one I really like, and it's been great. We'll get that in a second. But we're entering a unique time in the just right now. For those of you who don't know, I mean, we're at all-time highs in the stock market, and we're kind of in nosebleed territories of valuations of stocks. It's a fancy word for saying stocks are expensive. I think it's the second most expensive or third most expensive stocks have been in the history of the stock market. And we've had this levitating market that's been fueled by the Federal Reserve and the artificial sweeteners that our economy's on. Our Federal Reserve is propping up these markets, and it's not going to go on forever. But what's happening today? I mean, here's a big point. We're in an election cycle, right? So you've got Trump and Hillary. It's been whittled down to, and they're going to have their debates. I think 3 debates here this year before the election. And the reason that's important is because for your finances and for your retirement, it really is. So imagine that who wins the election is going to determine your prosperity in your portfolio or the risk. And there's whole things, and I give talks about political cycles and portfolios, which I will be giving some this year as well, since we're in election year. But you got to be careful knowing who's going to win, who may win. Right now, Hillary's ahead on most polls, but my good friends here at KFMB, our political experts like Brett, have told me that Trump is closing pretty rapidly, and he's doing some right things, switches campaign manager, and he's really closing the gap in some of the swing states right now. In the national polls, he's bringing up not from the rear anymore. He's more a couple 3 percentage points away. So the reason why is that important? Why am I talking about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton? Because, see, Clinton is safe for the market in the sense that she's a known quantity, right? So as Hillary's had this big lead, the market has not been as volatile recently. But I will tell you that will change very significantly if Trump starts and continues to bridge that gap. And so why should you care? Well, number one is that Trump is a wild card, right? I think we need a lot of change in this country, and I know a lot of people I talk to do, and having the same old Obama too for a lot of you is not what we'd like to see on the fiscal side if you're conservative. And so Trump, regardless, is going to be a wild card. And why that matters is that will bring volatility to the market. Typically, when you have 2-term presidents like we've had with Bush, with Clinton, and Obama, those have been massive bear markets. In 2000, after Clinton, the market was down 50% over the preceding 2 or 3 years. And under Bush, of course, we had the financial crisis. The market was down 55%. Well, where are we at again today? We're at the 2-year mark of our 2-term mark for Mr. Obama, and the last 2 have been major stock market crashes. Now, I'm not here to tell you it's going to happen, but you better have a portfolio that's put together to help you prepare for that. So we're going to be hosting an event here. It's going to be our last Lunch and Learn of the year. They've been really popular. This one we're going to talk about we call it the good, the bad, and the ugly of annuities. So there's such misinformation out there on annuities. And as an independent fiduciary advisor that puts your interests ahead of our own, is independent and who cares about his clients and about my listeners, I'm going to give you the naked truth about, are annuities good for your portfolio? Should you even consider them? What to avoid with annuities. There's some annuities that are 4, 5, 6% in cost, and we don't work with those kind. There's some that are 0 fees, 1%, in that range. So that's why it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's good annuities, there's bad annuities, there's ugly annuities. So we want you to stay away from, the things you hear about, don't buy an annuity, these kind of things, and focus on is it a right asset class? I look at annuities as an asset class, not as, we don't sell annuities. We use them as an asset class because we manage stocks and bonds and mutual funds, ETFs, all those things. So at least with me, you're going to get an unbiased opinion because we're agnostic to that investment. So if you want to attend our next lunch and our last lunch and learn for the year, most likely, it's Friday, September 16th at noon at our offices in La Jolla. So we have beautiful offices there, brand new. We moved across the street from our old offices right there on La Jolla Village Drive. We're right across from the mall there, if you know the area there in UTC. But if you want to attend, just give us a call at 1-800-611-1967. That's 1-800-611-1967, or go to reyesplan.com. That's REYES plan.com. Now, these events are very, very intimate. We do no more than, I think, about 12 families, 10 families in that range. So that's it. It's very intimate, and it's very conversational. So I do a lot of teaching and speaking. I teach at Northrop Grumman. I've taught at universities all over Southern California. And usually I'm talking to 50, 100, 40, 50 people minimum. And you cannot have an intimate event like that. So one of my goals this year was to bring more intimacy and so you can get better information and really understand the things that people are talking about. So again, if you want to attend our next workshop, our next lunch and learn, Friday, September 16th at 12 noon, again, it's called Annuities, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Give us a call, 1-800-611-1967. Again, we're limited to about 10 families, and that will be it. I know we have a couple spots left, so I urge you to call if you'd like to learn more about this mysterious world of annuities. So, I've been talking about where are we at today. So Labor Day, there's an old saying that says sell in May and go away. You may have heard of that before. Because typically you have the market peak around April or May, and then you have usually summer doldrums where the market will kind of sell off, which does not happen. The summer's been a very, very, from April forward, February forward, we've had nothing but stocks going up. But the biggest risk of stocks is in September, October, November. So August and September are the two worst months of the year. So the reason I bring this up to you, if you have a portfolio right now and you're concerned that maybe you don't have the protection to take a 10, 20, 30% drawdown in your portfolio, this is the highest risk part of the market right now. Okay. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, you will see probably a pretty serious volatility. So if you're not comfortable with that, if you feel that you need to have your portfolio reassessed and make sure that if we have this major downturn, like I told you, the last two-term presidents, Clinton and Bush, we had 2000 and 2008 where we had bear market crashes. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but are you prepared for this? Are you prepared? Is your portfolio going to sustain and prosper in these types of environments? And, we use kind of what I call all-weather portfolios, things that will kind of survive and thrive with any market. So if you want me to review what you have, you want a complimentary second opinion from me to look at your assets, to make sure that your risk is appropriate, and make sure you have the type of portfolios that we deliver, that you have, that where we can mitigate the risk in bear markets and outperform over full market cycles of a bull and bear market, because that's how we have to judge your investments. How do they do in an up market and a down market? In particular, with our strategies, in most cases, we're trying to beat the market over a full bull bear market cycle, over an up-down cycle. 70% of stocks rise in an up market, and 90% of stocks fall in a down market. So you better have some type of protection inside your portfolio so you don't get beat up the next downturn. So if you want to talk with me personally with the second opinion, if you want to attend my workshop, Annuities, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, give me a call, 1-800-611-1967. That's 1-800-611-1967. Or go to reyesplan.com. It's REYES plan.com. This is David Reyes, your retirement architect, and we'll be back in a minute. AM 760 KFMB.
You're listening to the Retirement Architect, David Reyes.
Oh, really? A professional man.
We design and build retirements that last a lifetime. The Retirement Architect, David Reyes, will continue next.